What do you think's going to happen this week? I mean, with the whole Russia thing.
The Russia thing is just a big nothing burger.
Really?
Just shut the fuck up.
Also interesting to remember, it's illegal to possess
Just shut the fuck up.
these stolen documents. It's different for the media. So everything you learn about this, you're learning from us.
Just shut the
Undermines
fuck
the
up.
messaging so much that he can actually control exactly what people think, and that is our job.
Yeah.
Just shut the fuck up.
As we're looking at efforts across the country to prevent people from being able to exercise their fundamental rights.
Just shut the
Being
fuck
able
up.
to exercise their fundamental rights.
Jobs of the past are just not going to come back.
What's
and
wrong?
when somebody says
shut the
that
fuck
he's going to bring all these jobs back, well, how exactly are you going to do that? What are you going to do? I'm going to negotiate a better deal. Well, how? What magic wand do you have? How exactly?
Van Jones at CNN.
If I'm elected president, we're going to cure cancer.
All right.
He's been elected president. Welcome back to Sanctimonious American Men. Today is Sunday, April 7th, 2024. It's just after 8 p.m. here on the East Coast of the United States. With me, as always, is Saintly Brandon.
Hello.
I'm Saintly Barnes, and welcome back to the grift.
Here we are again.
The endless grift keeps going.
The internet shitlords.
The final boss.
The
in
final bosses, as Barney likes to say. I don't know if we're the final bosses, but we're pretty. We're in there in the mix. Maybe, I don't know.
RPG pundits, final boss.
Another great 2 weeks of news. We missed a week again. We skipped a week. We just love doing that to our
Fucking
fans.
skipped you, Randy.
You like being ignored.
We all skipped you. Skipped all 0 of you.
But we're glad you're back. If you're watching, we did post a few little things here and there. Tomorrow's the eclipse.
The old eclipse.
Hope everybody's ready.
I'm not as ready as the state tells me to be.
Yeah, a lot of people are freaked out by the throughway signs on the eclipse.
What do the throughway signs say?
They're like saying respect the eclipse or respect the power of the eclipse or something like that.
Power.
Whatever the fuck
I got
that
my
means.
glasses. You got your glasses? What's up?
I just got them on right now, bro.
No, your eclipse glasses.
Yeah, I got those.
Yeah, you got those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I went down and saw Totality in 2017 in Kentucky, and it was amazing. And I do recommend, as I was telling you earlier, to anybody out there that's sees this tonight or tomorrow morning, go to where you can see Totality, because as far as like natural wonders or events that you'll see in your life, if you were like, say, living 1,000 years ago or whatever, you're just, a couple thousand years ago, yeah, you have society, you don't have TV, you don't have movies. The eclipse is the number one thing if you saw it, you'd be like, wow,
that's a pretty big one.
There's something happening that I can't explain. Even though we can explain it nowadays, when you see it, it still seems pretty unexplainable.
Like you were talking about, like its astrological importance, and you were comparing it to like meeting God or something.
Yeah, I mean, if you were
I didn't go that extreme. It reminded me of like there was a nebula that blew up like at 1600, and the Chinese were like, "Why the hell is it light all the time now?"
Right. Yeah, well, as far as like things going on in the sky. Astrological events and seeing things maybe you'll only see once or twice in your lifetime. It is like pretty close to like having a godlike experience where you're in the middle of something where it makes you feel pretty fucking minuscule.
Yeah.
And you have no control over anything.
None.
It's like the sun is it's just not there.
Got blocked.
It's blocked.
Blocked out.
No sun for you.
No sun for you.
But it's amazing. So if you got the time and you have any way of doing it, I would say do it. Do it.
Sun's going in for the block. It's like Bill Laimbeer, right? For younger viewers, that was a basketball player.
He was a b-ball player.
He was known for fouling and good defense. Bill Laimbeer.
So, what kind of news? We got all kinds of news this last 2 weeks. We got Hillary shaming voters.
Oh, Hillary's a fucking cunt.
We have Letitia James losing her bid to take old Donald's shit.
Yeah, well, that was a scam to begin with.
Yeah, it was a bunch of bullshit to begin with. P. Diddy still not in custody.
He's an informant.
Oh, definitely FBI. Everybody's saying he's FBI informant for real.
For real.
And it just makes you go to, like, I was watching the Cannonball Run earlier today, and I was like, it just makes you think, like, the Rat Pack and all those guys. It's like, that's probably exactly what they were, a previous generation. Of just like, yeah, you get the money, you get influence, but you're here to keep people in our fucking grasp. Right. It's like you bring them into your parties, we get the dirt on them, and now, this is how we keep power.
Right.
Like it makes you just think about like all the previous like it people in the past since Hollywood was created.
The Brat Pack.
Mm-hmm.
Madonna. Prince. Prince spoke out a lot about it, actually.
That's why they killed him.
That's what people say.
I don't know if they did, but
he died
definitely
in an
was.
Elevator, right?
I don't know how he died. I thought he overdosed.
Allegedly, well, doesn't mean cause, but I'm saying he might have died in an elevator. Allegedly, Prince had this idea that elevators are representative of the devil, allegedly.
I did not know this.
I've heard that a few times. Never gonna let the elevator bring us down. Oh no, let's go.
Oh no, let's go.
Yeah, that was a scene onto its own, right? In Minneapolis. Fucking the time, right?
Mm-hmm. That was a big scene.
Yeah, it was only happening in Minneapolis, so it wasn't happening anywhere else. Yeah. I've been digging into the Apple River case.
Apple
River? Have you been following?
Apple River, no.
It's out near there, but it's in Wisconsin. It's near Hudson, Wisconsin, and Somerset was.
Case of what?
All right.
Remember, we're sorry, folks, but we're going to do a short,
here's the scenario.
Truncated show today.
Here's the scenario. You got a bunch of 17-year-olds, 5 or 6 of them, they're all boys, jocks, right? They're going tubing on a river. They have rivers called Apple River. It goes through Wisconsin and Minnesota. They rent some tubes, right? They tie all their tubes together, right? They go down the river. The river's very shallow. It's like 2 feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's got a rocky bottom. And this guy approaches them, and he starts reaching into their. First, he's snorkeling. He's looking through a snorkel device. Then he walks straight towards them, and he starts reaching into their tubes. And they're like, "Why the hell are you touching us, dude? Get out of our way!" And long story short, they kind of like bully him. They're taping it the whole time. All right, the kids are bullying him. High school shit, right? They're not looking to kill anybody or anything. You could tell, right? But they pushed him down, and the guy got back up, and he stabbed 5 people, killed 1, disemboweled another that survived, but stabbed 5 people, then hid the knife, and then went into hiding. Well, he didn't go hiding. He just didn't mention it to anybody he was with. He was with a bunch of other people celebrating birthdays, and he went back to his camp, didn't mention it to anybody he was with, and changed his clothes, even though those might have been the clothes he was wearing earlier the day. Then when the police saw him, he didn't say anything.
When did this happen?
A couple years ago.
And why are you looking into this?
Because the trial's going on now.
Oh, very strange.
Yeah, it's on TV every day. Not on national TV. I had to subscribe to Minnesota News.
Perfect.
Some people are trying to compare it to Kyle Rittenhouse, but I don't think they're comparable at all. Like the people that.
Yeah, just because he was being bullied doesn't give him the right to kill a bunch of people.
No, he may. Now, here's the thing. Like, he had some conditions that, weren't obvious.
Is he on the spectrum?
I don't think so. He's Romanian, though. I mean, he's an American citizen now, but he's from Romania. And, he claimed that he brought the knife to cut the rope, but the ropes come pre-cut. And the thing is, like, you watch the video and like, all right, maybe the guy was scared for his life. I don't know. It's hard to say, right? I don't know if I would be scared for my life.
But how do you kill 6 people?
5. Stabbed 5, killed 1.
Oh, he only killed 1.
Yeah, that's just because the ambulance got there to save the other people.
Oh.
I mean, the one guy is like on the side of the thing. He's his intestines coming out. There's muddy water getting in and shit, but he survived. It was
Muddy water getting in his belly.
It was fucked up.
Oh, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, so now it's a big thing. Like, was this guy in self-defense? All right, do we need sensible knife control? Background checks for knives?
Yes, we do. We do.
Or was he murdering people? I'm thinking he's at least guilty of hiding the knife and then not leaving the scene, right?
Well, if you were in the right, and this goes back to things that have happened around here recently, if you do something very bad and you feel like you may have, done something that was bad, but you're still in the right, you should accept responsibility.
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Sure.
He
yeah.
did. That's what he did.
Mm-hmm.
He shot a couple people and went and turned himself in.
Exactly. Because he was clearly defending him.
Yeah.
He was scared shitless for his life, and
There's
he was
still
defending
people
himself.
think he murdered people. Even though the guy, Gabe, said, yeah, I was going to kill him. I was aiming at him.
Well, some of my favorite things is like a lot of people didn't even know they were black, that they were white people that he killed. They thought they were black people.
They thought they were black people. And then they were going on about, he brought a gun across state lines. And I'm like, yeah, it's fucking America.
Anybody
can do that. I can go buy a rifle anywhere.
Well, they just make up like little things to piss people off, even though that has nothing to do with anything. They're like, it's, just little fucking red herrings everywhere, like to get people angry. Like, here, just do this. Think about this. And it's like, state lines. He took a gun. What the fuck does that have to do with
anything?
He took a birthday cake across state lines.
Oh my God.
So stupid.
It's really stupid. I see that happening now because Biden's, he's promising the student debt relief again, right? And we already know that he can't do that, and the Supreme Court's probably not going to change their mind.
Dude, he's gonna lose. That's why I'm scared that just because they don't want to lose that precious power that they're washing all that money through in Ukraine.
I don't know, man. I don't know if
they're like, and they're trying to get, like they got Blinken saying this week, Ukraine's gonna be in NATO.
We're gonna be at war.
Yeah, they want to start World War III so people can make money. Because they don't want to be fucking out their ass out come
As far as I could see, right, it looks like Trump's ahead in the polls. But I did see that Biden is ahead in the 3 a.m. mail-in voter poll. So there is that. Now they're trying to get Republicans for election change, claiming that they're changing the rules. I'm like, are you fucking shitting me? You just changed all the rules.
That's stupid. I can't really keep track.
Virus balloting, that was the Democrats. Mail-in balloting, that was obviously the Democrats last time.
Yeah, because I forget who it was. I think it might have been Laura. Is it Laura the one that's in charge of DNC now?
RNC?
I mean the RNC.
I think it's a Trump, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's Laura Trump, Don Jr.
I'm not for nepotism, so I'm not sure how to feel about
wife.
that.
But anyways, she said we have to go out there and do everything that the Democrats are good at. We have to get as many ballots we can. We can harvest the ballots just like they do. And now they're like, they're going to try and steal the election with harvesting ballots.
Right. It's like, you just fucking did that.
You just did it, fucking. You do it every time. They got Democrats suing other Democrats for doing it out in some of these states.
Arizona just found from the 2020 election 10,000 the same social security number is used 10,000 times.
Jesus. Yeah. Yep. That immigrant got deported that we were talking about.
Yes, he did.
The TikTok fucking guy telling immigrants or telling illegals to invade houses.
He drew attention to himself. That's what happened.
And then he started crying, and he got the boot.
Yeah. Thank God. Fuck that guy.
Did you see the other videos he was making, like calling Americans slaves, and he's like so happy you work so hard, and I take your money.
I just take your money.
Yeah, man, that's some
bullshit.
That's some ingrate shit.
Ecuador just booted Mexico.
Oh man, that's crazy.
You saw that?
They just invaded the embassy.
Yeah, they're like, "Fuck you! You're breaking international laws." And now I see all these Mexicans online, right? Because the thing was in English, all right, and they're all talking about we didn't break any national laws. You can't fucking control your border. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You're breaking international law every fucking day. Like, this isn't a shock. Like, you know.
Well, what'd they go in there for? They went in for somebody that was hiding out there, right?
Is that what they said?
Well, there was like an ex vice president or something that was inside
Yes.
the embassy.
There was a vice president or something.
Yeah, it was the Ecuadorian ex vice president, I think.
I think that's what it was.
And
right.
they went in and got him.
Right. And I did see them comment on that. They were saying that this guy was political. He was, what do you call it?
Dirty.
No,
I
I
don't
can't even. I lost Ecuadorian. And
Yeah, he was the Ecuadorian vice president.
he's like, you know, they're like, it's not like Julian Assange, who was
Yeah, he's
a reporter.
Yeah.
Who we hid from the U.S. and, UK.
And supposedly this dude was like a CIA puppet or something like
I
that.
believe it.
I'm not sure. You can't quote me on that, but I saw some people saying something about him, betraying Ecuador in some ways for whatever.
Israel bombed Iran's embassy in Syria.
Dude.
That's
Well,
an
they
actual
didn't
war.
get that. It was a building in between the
Oh.
Canadian embassy and the Iranian embassy, and there was a building in between the two. And they're like, "What the fuck is that about? Is it a warning shot, or was there something else in this building that was in between the two embassies?" I'm thinking there was probably something in there, but
Maybe.
but why?
Why would you get so close to Canada?
Let's just
It's
start.
embassy?
Let's just start World War III.
You
Come
can't
on.
fuck with Canada. We'll go to war, even if you are Israel.
It's
Not that,
crazy. It's just fucking. I'm kind of over the leadership stuff going on right now with Biden because he's not in charge. He just isn't.
That's funny that RFK said that this week.
I didn't see him say that. All I saw him say was, I think Biden's a greater threat to democracy
He
than
said
Trump.
that, but he said that, he phrased it as his son, which is, he decided to quote his son on it. And he said, well, my son says that, Biden's like not really in control. There's a bunch of guys, controlling the lanyard police somewhere. Which is, why would he say that unless he thought that too?
It's
Unless
it's pretty.
he's open to the idea at least, right?
He's pretty clearly mentally fucked, and he's wearing like. Did you see the things on his face the other day? And they're like, it's clear that he's wearing some type of fucking sleep apnea fucking mask every time because he just woke up. It looks like, and they sent him out to the podium. And he still has like strap marks to his face, or they're just pumping oxygen into him to keep him fucking alert. Something,
He did say that he thought Biden was a good guy before all this. And then as he got in office, he realized he wasn't a good guy no more. And then he denied him secret security.
Yeah, it's scumbag shit. And then friggin' The Rock just came out and said, I'm not going to endorse him this year. He's like, I'm not going to endorse anybody. But the left's losing it over that. They're like, oh, The Rock's too much of a pussy to endorse Biden.
I mean, good for The Rock. I could give two fucks.
I don't care who he fucking wants to vote for either. But at the same time, it's like, what are y'all mad about? Just because he don't like what fucking Biden has done, you're going to say, oh, Trump's going to ruin the earth, so he has to endorse Biden.
Ruin the earth, sure.
Whatever they think.
Because we're going to keep trading with fucking China and India, who just pollute like crazy.
Yeah, it's
with no concern.
Letitia James went and it started shaking down the insurance company that helped Trump post the bond.
Did she really?
Yeah.
My God.
She's like going after them.
You're the best AG ever. I swear I would never.
She's going after the insurance
She'll
company.
be coming after us if we keep talking.
Oh, God.
We're in her jurisdiction. Yeah, it's crazy.
Shaking them down, being like, oh, you're not a normal coverage carrier in New York. And it's like, there's only like 7 companies that will do that in the whole fucking world. And just because they don't operate in New York, you're going to try and shake them down.
Right.
It's like
they have They're from the United States, right? This insurance company, they have to be, right?
I don't know who it is. All I know is that people are like, this is just getting out of hand.
They have to have a U.S. unit for insurance. But, I mean, that's why we have a union of states, so we could do business with the other states, not get treated differently, right? We could open up a business in Massachusetts, and Massachusetts has to treat us like everybody else. They can't single us out because we're from New York.
Well, I'm trying to go through the history here. What else did you have in your notes? Can you think of anything?
I got some pop culture things. I read the thing about Hinchy that I thought was interesting.
Let him lay that on him.
So Hinchy was the last person in D.C. for over 10 years that is a single homeowner.
Yeah, so just let that sink in. The single homeowner.
He only owned one house his entire life.
The last guy in D.C. to do.
Last guy in D.C. to do it.
Now everybody's just going into Washington, stuffing their pockets, Maxine Waters style.
Oh, God.
Fucking
She's the worst.
Kissing on fucking FTX founder. Fucking, oh, he's my man. And it's like, yep, they're just stealing money from everybody and taking it and putting it in their own pockets. They got the guy there with the freaking gold bullion from Egypt.
Right. Another thing is that
the guy from Jersey, right? Freaking
yes. Another thing is that Hinchy's house is affordable to middle class. They had pictures of it. I was like, whoa, hey,
that's the Democratic Party we grew up in. It was like supposedly good people.
Right, and I think he was one of them.
I think so too.
He basically, from what I've heard from his family, is that he got forced out after accusing 9/11.
Oh, after saying he thought it was an inside job as well?
Yep.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
Was our local congressman. What else? I watched Mel Gibson movie Online, I think it's called, or On Air. You ever seen that?
Haven't heard of it.
I started watching the movie. I'm like, all right, this is okay. And then at some point, I'm like, the acting just got really bad for some fucking reason. Like, this is horrible acting. And then there's a twist at the end.
Okay.
And the twist is that, because the movie starts out and everything's normal. It's like a big Hollywood movie. Like, the acting is on point, whatever. And they have a new guy come in, right? And they don't tell you this, but they're playing a prank on the new guy, who's actually playing a prank on them. That's the twist at the end. But they don't tell you they're playing a prank, right? And so all their acting gets bad when they start playing the prank. And I realized, holy shit, that's meta. They really went for it. Like, they actually told them to act bad when they were supposed to be acting bad. Like,
right.
I was like, damn.
Meta.
I thought it was all right.
That's a good thing,
It was okay.
Artsy movie.
I also watched Masters of the Air. It was no Band of Brothers. It was okay. The one criticism I do have about it, it was just fucking weird. So it's about this bomber squadron, right, that served during World War II. And there's only 10 episodes, right? And so
you're like, this is going to be a good little binge. I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, I did that. And so, it follows this bomber unit around through their service, right? And then at the end, it starts going into the Tuskegee Airmen, like the last episodes. And I'm like, okay, cool. What about the other guys? Why?
Well, it looks like they're trying to look for a season 2 maybe and bring in the Tuskegee Airmen.
Well, the war's over when they end it, so no.
Oh.
But
they just kind of forget about the original characters they built up and just jumped into some other ones in the last episode.
On the last episode. And then at the end they do the comparison of the character to the real person, tell you what happened to them, show you the picture, their little write up and everything like that. And they only did that for 4 characters in the whole series.
All the gay ones?
They weren't gay. They were these guys.
That's how you get money in Hollywood anymore. You got to.
And so they did half of the bios they did at the end were of the Tuskegee Airmen. And I'm like, I didn't even know who those characters were.
Right. They weren't even in the series.
They weren't in the series long enough.
Weird.
Right. And, you hate to think, did they just throw them in because they're black? They could have had their own fucking series. I would have watched that, too.
I mean, it's a famous fucking...
oh, yeah. Those guys are badass, no doubt about it.
There's been a lot of movies and shows about them. Maybe
Sure.
whatever. I don't know. The DEI
That's exactly what it
is
was.
like
I was like,
getting out of hand. That's why I was like, oh,
they just ejected this.
they should have just made them gay. Why not?
Right.
And nobody cares about true history anymore. It's about how you feel.
I would have watched the show on. I mean, I have, watched a series on the Tuskegee Airmen. I think that would have been interesting, sure. But it was just like on the last second.
Oh, it's like
shove this in there.
It's just hard, like being a person that was into cinema my whole life, seeing how everybody acts like shit now is happening for the first time ever. It's like, no, you just didn't pay attention.
Right.
You never paid attention, and now you're like, oh, this is a strong female character for the first time ever. They finally wrote a series for a strong female. It's like, no, that's just because you never paid attention
before. Right. I watched the new Ghostbusters too.
Yeah.
I guess there was one before that. I missed it.
You saw the gay ghosts.
No, I didn't. There was actually, yeah, there was a gay ghost in it. The girl, right? At least they gave you that vibe. They didn't say that.
They didn't actually pull the trigger.
No, they didn't pull
they made it really awkward.
Right, they didn't pull the trigger on any of this shit actually, because like the girl, she's obviously like a lesbian. They don't mention it, right?
Yeah.
She's autistic. They don't mention it, right? And then like the fucking Times, somebody in the Times wrote some fucking trash article about
it's better than the original.
No.
Oh, good.
They were talking about like they went back to the fucking all-female cast and we're talking about how misogyny kept it down, yada yada yada. And it's like, wait, so this one had a female lead,
and it did good.
It did good of a lesbian with a ghost,
but it was men who kept the other one down.
Yeah, it was men. The other. So all you strong, independent women with your own money don't need a man who outnumber men, by the way, and do make up the majority of the workforce now. They didn't go see it either. Like, so why are they bitching at men for it?
I don't understand how they can bitch about men not making like things happen. It's so weird. It's like the irony.
It's made by men.
The irony.
What are you talking about?
It's like our woman movie didn't work, so we're gonna blame men.
Right. It's weird. One thing I could say about the new one, it wasn't that funny.
No, Paul Rudd's a funny dude, and he only had a couple good lines in it. And I did like the part where he was just singing the song, but it was in conversation. Can I just say one more thing? Can I just one more thing?
Who you gonna call?
No. Bustin makes me feel good. Bustin makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
I mean, he, whatever. I could have done without him or what was the other guy? Pat Ryan. No. Paul. What is that little guy? Oswald.
Patton Oswalt. The whole movie sucked. It wasn't really that great. It's a popcorn movie.
It is. It was a 6 out of 10. I didn't turn it off.
Didn't really hold up. I did turn it off. I had to turn it back on to watch the rest of it. But the first Ghostbusters is the best, and that's
right.
That's it. The second one wasn't even that good.
Like
with the original cast.
Right. One of the things that struck me is and I didn't think about this when I first saw it, but there's no chemistry in this new one. Like, none of the actors seem to have any kind of chemistry, right?
That's because there was too many characters to even build any. They had so many people in it, and they just, Ernie Hudson stole the show.
Yes. I was glad he was in it.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, they brought Ernie back, thank God.
Yeah, he was the best part of that movie.
Oh, one of the criticisms, though, about it was, this is so stupid, right? So Ernie Hudson, you remember, he was one of the original Ghostbusters, but he joins them, right? He's not.
Yeah, he's not one of the OG 3, founding 3.
Right. But he's the one that's selected to join him, right? And he wasn't a scientist, right?
Right.
And so the article was complaining that they had a black guy join him who wasn't a scientist, right? Of course.
They're complaining about the original.
Right. Jeez. But in the female one, what's her name's not a scientist either, and she joins them.
They did the same thing.
Same thing over again. Ernie Hudson rocks, though. He's fucking.
Yeah, they need to make more movies with Ernie Hudson.
Yeah, they do, because he's so based.
Mm-hmm.
I love that fucking dude. He's been in other movies, but that was his big role. That's
Yeah.
what I know him from.
Yeah, he's been in some other flicks for sure. I think he was in a teacher movie, like a substitute teacher movie.
Right.
Back in the 80s.
Yep. I remember that. He's had a couple serious roles, right?
It was him and Lou Gossett Jr. and what's fuck? I'm trying to remember like some of the other major like 80s actors of color that were like just everywhere and did all the good shit. Lou Gossett, the Kevin, the one from he was in They Live and The Thing.
I didn't see it. Those are trauma.
No, those aren't Tromo.
Oh,
Those are John Carpenter.
Oh, are they? I didn't
Yeah.
watch either one of them.
You've never seen The Thing with Kurt Russell?
Nah.
Or They Live with Roddy Piper?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is called. I love that movie.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. You gotta love that movie.
But I don't think I ever saw The Thing with Kurt Russell.
It's one of the classic sci-fi horror movies of all time.
I was just talking about John Carpenter today, and like the credits where he does everything. Cinematography, John.
Music, John Carpenter.
John Carpenter.
Yeah, I love
Director,
it.
John Carpenter. What else did I watch this week? That was pretty bad, I guess. Because I don't remember anything else really good.
Keith David. That's the other dude. He was the one that fought Roddy Piper in the alleyway. Keith David. He was in a lot of
Gotcha.
stuff back then.
What was that one guy? Robert? He was a comedian. He totally fell off. He was everywhere for a while. I can't remember his name. Black guy. He was hilarious. Clean humor, but he
Yeah.
was hilarious.
I'm trying to think what I watched. I watched Invincible, the Amazon series cartoon. I watched the second season of that. Some of that. That's a great show. Even though it's got some woke stuff going on, but that's like I said. That's how you got to put the woke stuff in there to get funding anymore. I guess
Right.
from BlackRock or fucking any of the.
Seems like.
Mm-hmm. That's why Disney's going down the tubes because they're taking all the. They're like, we don't have to make money. BlackRock's paying our bills.
Yeah, but your movies suck.
Yeah, nobody's going to see shit. Your stock's dropping.
I just heard that they're gonna fuck up Silver Surfer.
Yeah, let's cast a woman as Silver Surfer.
Brilliant.
You know what? You guys are gonna make no money this
None.
year.
Zero. Right? Because they've never made a normal Silver Surfer movie.
Well, they did do the Fantastic Four.
Right,
with
he was
Silver
in that.
as and it was kind of shitty. Wasn't that good?
That was Joe Sinnott, right?
Making that character, I believe so.
I think that's
Yeah.
Local.
But
He's local superhero.
he's local superhero maker. I watched the Man of Steel, not Man of Steel. I watched Superman 2, the Donner cut. That was cool.
Director's cut.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's better than the original.
it sure is because they get into the whole her thinking he's Superman, but they get into extra footage of that, and Lois trying to uncover Superman's identity, and they also get into some other footage of like Zod and those guys.
Right. Yeah, it's a weird movie, man, because that's like the director's cut's way better than the.
It explains way more. Yeah.
I have it somewhere. I have both cuts. I have Smallville somewhere.
All 9 seasons?
Yeah.
Was it 9 seasons?
I don't know, but I have them
I
all.
just pulled that out the top of my head.
I didn't.
I
want
know
them.
what
I
I'm
bought it for
talking
something else.
about.
I still have them. I have bags and bags of fucking.
See, if
DVDs.
people like don't understand how simple it is to make movies for fans. Like if they went and got that actor and put him in the Superman suit and made a feature film, they'd make money because everybody wanted to see that kid from Smallville on the big screen as Superman.
He lived the role. I mean, that was his life.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Tom Wellington, that's the guy's name, right?
I'm not sure.
But no, they're just going to keep making shit because they, Hollywood does not know what they're doing anymore.
Right.
They've lost the fucking
plot.
Yeah.
Back to Diddy. Did you hear the leaked audio?
No. I have not.
So his bodyguard leaked an audio of him allegedly banging Meek Mills, who I'm not exactly sure who that is,
I've heard of him.
up the butt in a hotel room. He said he held the phone up to the thing. It's pretty horrific sounding.
Jeez. Well, he probably did that to Bieber, Usher,
Yeah,
a bunch of other people.
probably did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Usher's come out.
Allegedly.
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 But it's interesting to see where this goes. If
I
anywhere.
mean, what was it? Usher says he can't even sleep at night anymore.
Really?
Yeah. Like, and he didn't say that's why, but I'm guessing that's why.
Well, yeah, something's going on.
Yeah. And when they asked him, and this was in an older video, they're like, would you ever, now that you're a father, would you ever send your child to, Sean's whatever camp?
No.
Flavor camp? And he's like, no.
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 Nope. I looked into the red heifers more.
Yeah.
They might not do it.
What?
They might not do it.
They might not slaughter the red heifer?
They might not. But they're gonna have to soon because they're gonna age out, right? So in the next 2 years or so, they're gonna have to.
Within 2 years, they have to slaughter this thing?
It's got an age limit. I didn't quite get what the age limit was.
Okay.
I did look at the list of requirements. It's pretty fucking long.
Where'd this thing come from? Texas?
Yeah, they've been all right. So they've had a project going for 40 years where they've been using science to try to get this red heifer.
Mm-hmm.
And now they got 4 of them out of Texas. Could cost them $250,000 to bring to Israel. I think they were allowed to bring in 5 though, but they got 4. And allegedly, that's why Hamas claimed that they attacked, right? Because the red heifer.
Oh, God.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. I think if you say you don't like the red heifer, you're an anti-Semite or something. I don't know.
Yep. I mean, you can't say anything anymore without being anti-Semite or Nazi or,
People
I mean,
throw those compliments
look at
around,
this friggin' the way that the left has like turned into fucking anti-Semites.
Oh God,
it's amazing. Overnight, they turned into friggin'
Jesus.
Hamas supporting friggin' like.
They make Hitler look like an amateur.
I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I woke up and
God.
everybody hates Israel.
What's going on? Fucking
A. The whole Democratic Party.
Right. And that's, they're having that problem in Canada too. I guess Toronto is going in debt because of Palestinian fucking protests going on in the city.
Wow.
And they have to hire people to, watch it, keep control. But one thing that the Canadians notice is that they're not, so like when the trucker convoy happened, the police came out in riot gear.
Yeah, but for this, they don't give a fuck.
They don't. So
maybe can we call it yet?
There we go.
Here we go. We're gonna.
Oh no, that's an 8. Nope, not a genocide yet.
It's not a genocide yet, folks.
Not yet.
Once we get the numbers up high enough, well, then we can.
Alex started calling it a genocide.
He did.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, he's the. He would know. He probably knows the actual fucking law or the terminology.
He probably does.
So he wouldn't do it unless
he snuck in.
Oh my God.
Here we see, folks. Yep. Look at them. They're turning the fucking Palestinians gay.
Turning the Palestinians.
No, he was on Rogan, I guess. They were showing that one clip.
When was he on Rogan? Just last few days?
3 weeks ago.
3 weeks?
I think so.
I have to go look because I would.
Either that or
feel like-
Rogan commented on it.
Okay.
But they were looking at this. I think that's what it was. Alex showed it on his show, and then Rogan commented on it. They were showing this videotape from these drones, and Jackie actually brought this to my attention. There's these 4 guys. They're walking down the street. They're not armed. They're like regular guys scavenging for shit to survive.
Yeah. I've seen this video.
They're in like a fucking rumble wasteland, and all of a sudden they get fucking blown up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what the fuck did they blow those guys up for?
Yeah. That was on Sagar and Crystal's fucking show like a couple weeks ago.
Right.
Yeah. Fucked up.
It is fucked up.
But what are you going to do? It's like fucking. Europe needs to do something, not America. We
Right.
need to stay the fuck out of it.
We're in too much shit already.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Europe's just sitting over there. What are they all doing? They're just like instigating, aren't they? They don't. I mean, Macron's like,
oh yeah,
"Well, we're gonna send fucking shit to Ukraine, and we're gonna put soldiers in fucking,
right,
And while everybody in his country is trying to fucking oust him,
right. Same thing happened in Germany. There was a protest about the Ukraine war
mm-hmm.
and high gas prices and shit because they can't get it from Russia anymore. And the funny thing about this was that people were calling it a revolution, and I was like, they're occupied. They don't get to have revolutions unless we say they can. Like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? It's Germany.
They're occupied still.
Oh yeah, we're never leaving Germany.
We got way too many bases there.
We're never fucking leaving there. We lost too many men, too much of an effort. All right, so here's some things. World War II America
Mm-hmm.
would beat most of the countries around the world today. Not all of them, not the big ones, but any other country that's not a big one, like we had enough shit to beat them. Like we could World War II America would beat Venezuela today, or anywhere in South America. Really, they just don't have the fucking people.
They just can't do it.
No.
So, did you have any memes for today?
I didn't send them in because it was a short show, so I was like, all right, fuck it.
We're gonna save them, folks. Maybe you'll be
save 'em for
lucky
next
and
week.
we'll do something Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm free Wednesday. What happened to the time there?
It's up on the top. It says 40-some minutes.
Oh, all right. So we're getting through this, huh?
It's like we're really good at it.
I'm trying to think of anything else I wanted to talk about.
It's like we got really good at this shit.
If Ukraine,
What about the
joins-
women getting punched in the face? Did we cover that?
No, we didn't. So my aunt was talking about this. I don't know how true it is. I haven't seen it. But she's talking about, I can't go to New York City anymore. Why? Because women are getting punched in the face. I'm like, well, yeah, that and National Guards in the fucking subway. And she follows it up with, I don't think the crime rate is high as they're saying it is. That's just, I'm just like staring at her deadly. Like, you just went from like, you're not going to the largest city in America because of crime, the one that's closest to us, the one that has everything you could possibly ever be fucking looking for except sunshine.
Crazy.
Because of crime, but you don't think that crime is up somehow. Like, all right. Okay. Here's another that came up. So my cousin is a pharmacist, right?
Yeah.
And so he said something. Everybody get their 12th booster? I was like, no, I didn't get to say the first one. And he was like, yeah, I was looking at the, ingredients. And he's like, except for one thing, I can't remember what he said. It's pretty much the same as the flu shot, except for one thing. He's like, I didn't get it. I'm like, you're the pharmacist. He's like, yeah, I know, I didn't get it.
Good. Did you see Stacey Dash came out and was saying she got blacklisted for just voting or saying on Twitter that she was going to vote for Mitt Romney?
Yeah.
You know who Stacey Dash is?
Oh, God, do I know who Stacey Dash is.
What was she in? Was she in she was in
Mean
Clueless,
Girls,
right?
Clueless, yeah.
yeah.
That's what it was, yeah.
Smoke Show.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Beautiful woman.
Beautiful woman. I think she was in More Money, right?
But yeah, so this is during
movies.
This is during the Obama years. She got friggin' blacklisted
Yes.
for speaking out against the Democratic Party.
Yes.
And it's like, that's how long it's been going on. You've been thinking you're like part of the party of soft hearts and good people. No, you're just part of the fucking cancel culture party. Yeah. Like, if you're not with the hive mind, you're not fucking worthy.
I mean, that's like immigration. You can go back to fucking Obama, and Obama's talking against immigration. They're going to deport everybody. He was the deporter in chief.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Clinton, I just saw a clip today of him from 1996 talking about how
strong borders. Gotta have them.
Suddenly Trump wants it, and fucking everyone's against it. Like, what the fuck? I bet you could find clips of Democrat politicians talking about securing the border the day before Trump mentions it. And then instantly never talk about it again.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt, you can.
I'm waiting for him to say, breathing is good. I like breathing.
Yeah.
I'm Donald Trump, and I support breathing. I'm never breathing a fucking cat.
Biden cancels refilling the U.S. oil reserve. Did you hear that one?
No, this is all petrodollar shit.
Well, he knows that he's going to really lose the election if he fills the reserve because then it'll spike prices this summer.
Yeah.
So there's that. Friggin'
I watched the whole thing about the petrodollar versus BRICS.
James Carville's losing his shit over how many fucking people, minorities, are leaving the fucking Democratic Party.
Well, yeah, and now they want to make registering harder all of a sudden.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Wait a second, you're losing the minorities, and now you want to make registering harder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before it was, oh, they don't know how to get an ID if they're in the city and they're of color. They don't use IDs. So now it's all of a sudden, wait a second. We lost fucking 20%? 20% of the Latinos? Well, we better get a crawfish down there and fucking get them so they can't vote.
Get them. You know, that is the most insulting thing I've ever heard. Like, that is just so pretentious, like, presumptuous that they can't get IDs. What are you talking about? Why? How are you going to give them money then if you can't fucking, that they don't have IDs? How do you know who you're giving money to? Like, it's so fucking stupid. Like,
once again, here's another liberal having to eat their words. Fucking Jen Psaki, fucking.
Shows your tits.
She was making fun of voters who, in the last election cycle, saw immigration as the number one problem. She's like, hee-hawing on being like, oh, they live in friggin' the middle of the country. Why is that their number one problem? And now, as it's the number one problem all over the country, she's like, I don't understand it. What's happening?
Because you're fucking paid to be a fucking intelligence shill who's running this whole show.
The critical drinker and nerdrotic were on Pierce Morgan, slamming Disney.
Fuck Disney. We got Candace Owens going to debate Ben Shapiro soon.
That'll be good.
I guess so. It'll probably be the last time I watch Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, I'm kind of over Ben. He's lost the fucking narrative with the Israel.
Christ is king, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
You could take that as anti-Semitic. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's anti-Semitic to say Christ is king.
That's what he's going with. And it's turned from, like, used to be anything against Jews, right? Now it's anything Jews don't like or something. Except for the ones I know who just don't give a shit about any of this stuff for some reason.
It's nuts.
But I don't think most Jewish people in America really care about it all that much. Some do, obviously.
How about Sonny Hostin trying to tell that young black man that was on her show that he's being used by the far right.
Right.
What a jerk off she is.
She's a jerk off. Chunk Yogurt and Annis Kasparison promote Jon Stewart for president.
Two dumbasses.
Holy fuck.
I didn't think Anna was that dumb.
She's that
I thought
dumb.
she was getting smart again.
Nope.
I thought she was smartening up.
She wants a comedian in there because he'll win.
And she actually thought it was a good idea.
She thought it was a good idea.
Like, I was expecting her to be like, well, whatever, Jank, you big fat dummy.
No, he's perfect.
He's like, oh, yeah, he would win. He would win.
For what?
For what?
For what?
He just did the same thing Donald Trump did.
Yeah, after pitching about it.
Yeah.
And then they tried to, that's debunked. It's debunked. No, it's not debunked. We got the records in the fucking New York state courts. We have the records. It's not bunk. You could go check the .org if you want.
Fannie Willis.
What'd she do now?
I hear that she's in some troubles.
Old Fannie.
There's lots of investigations now after that, being like, wait a second, you took money and just gave it to your boyfriend?
Yeah. And she went to church on Easter Sunday and tried to claim it was racism
again. So I think that's why they're coming down on her. Like, we told you not to do that. Okay. Now we're going to fucking just act normal. Act like things are normal and fuck you.
Yeah.
Because you just wouldn't listen. We gave you a fucking pass.
Right.
And you came back and spit in our face, so I guess we're going to
need
to use the normal, regular law fucking to send you, to treat you like a normal person.
Or weaponization of the DOJ, whichever one you want.
Bearded woman complains she can't find a straight boyfriend.
Poor girl. Oh, shit. There's somebody out there would hit it. I don't fuck anything. Trust me, I'm one. Two tits, heartbeat. I'm gonna ignore the beard. Somebody out there would do it.
Oh, there's probably plenty of guys. Plenty. Let's see. What else is I'm trying to figure out if there's any other stuff here I got in the timeline.
I should probably check mine. See if there's anything else I missed. I know there is because I took notes and I forgot them.
You think Tulsi's going to be the VP nominee? It's starting to smell like that.
Do you think so?
I sure as shit hope so.
It
would be so dope to have a surfer as a vice president.
Yeah, it would check some boxes, right? I mean, as far as that's concerned. I like her policies. You know, I know she will check boxes.
She's a smart person that friggin' is like, you know, you were a Democrat and then you just got fed up with the fucking hypocrisy.
Yes.
So to me, that in itself is enough for my vote.
She'd be the first native vice president.
And that's the other thing. You can't grow up in Hawaii and like be a super, like, I think, shallow, bad person. You got to have some type of grit if you grew up out there, you know?
You got to like spam.
Yeah. Teriyaki spam.
You got to like fucking canned food if you grew up in Hawaii. Obama's from Hawaii.
Yeah, I saw the birth certificate.
That person died. The only person that could verify the birth certificate died in a plane crash. The only one that died in the plane crash. And you can watch the video of them going under. What brings them under? I don't know.
They
had GoPros on.
Yeah, well.
What's the chances?
There's so many little few chances of like all the shit that's been people have been bitching about for years. Like, here's the other thing. I saw some video of Donald on The View before he was running for president, and they just loved him so much. They were kissing on him and hugging him and being like, you know. And even when he was making a fuss about the birther thing, like, because that's what reminded me of it. They're like, "Oh, stop that whole horse shit," you know. And he's just like, "Hey, I'm just saying, you know, why can't he just show it?
Right.
Why can't he just show it?"
Sure.
And they weren't like, "Oh, you're a fucking racist."
Not yet, no.
No, that had to wait until you come down the golden escalator, and then he was instantly a white supremacist.
Here's something I saw on fucking Daily Freeman's fucking page. All right. So it was talking about gas prices, all right, and how they're higher in the Hudson Valley than, you know, proportionally the rest of the state.
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know exactly why. But somebody wrote, I can only assume jokingly, I took it as a joke. I think other people took it as a joke. Thanks, Obama. This is last week.
Uh-huh. It was a joke.
It's a joke, right?
Obviously.
And some woman from Chicago started calling them racist and all this other shit, and I just had to laugh at her. I'm like, that's what you picked up out of that?
Because he made a joke about Obama. He's racist.
It's an old joke, too. It's not even a new joke, right? And it's that's what you... I know it's a joke that the Democrats were saying back in the day. That wasn't a Republican joke, right? And the only thing she saw was racism. I'm like, how the fuck did you go? How did you make that leap? Like,
that poor guy that was on The View the other day who was trying to get this, you know, hive mind infestation of racism out of their heads, and they all just doubled down on that dude. They're like, you know, no. Well, you don't know what black people... The dude's sitting there. He's black. He's talking to you.
Yes.
You
don't know black... What? I hate that shit. That's one thing that the Democrats have always done that I've never been on board with, because I'm not black. You know, I'm not...
his friggin' argument was like, you know, it's mainly the rich people of color who are the ones complaining, not the friggin' lower class. They know that, oh, well, life's life, and this is, there's poor people and there's rich people. And it's more so the affluent soccer moms and friggin',
Sure.
it's people that are well off that have time to complain about this shit, or that are the ones complaining.
So the data doesn't support that, though.
As far as what?
Well, people. So one of the things is that Obama is polling well amongst professionals, right? People who have
Obama?
I'm sorry, Biden. Oh, Biden is polling well amongst people that have professionals, right? People that have degrees or specialized jobs, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That fits with my data.
Right. And so to say that seems contrary to that data, right?
No. It's the lower class people don't care about this bullshit racism fucking.
Oh, you're talking about racism.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like all this Latinx and all that bullshit. It's only people that have money and need something to complain about.
Sure. Who the Latinx that ever catch on? No,
They're still trying it.
that's fucking dumb. Holy shit.
The Latinos don't give a fuck
They don't
about
give a fuck.
your gender bullshit.
They're not going to change every word in their fucking language just for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm done. I'm wrapped. What else you got, huh? What else you got?
Let me go through quick.
Come on.
Did you see the idiot get beaten trying to give the homeless guy a jacket?
I saw the thumbnail. I didn't watch the video.
Holy shit. So this woman goes over and gives the guy a jacket. He's sleeping on the sidewalk. Guy wakes up in the middle of it, beats the hell out of her and robs her, runs away.
Jeez.
Was he baiting people? I don't know.
What's that? This no good deed goes
I'm
on.
done.
Yeah. the road to hell's paved
With good intentions.
with good intentions.
Cat Williams catching a lot of shit. Not Cat Williams. Short guy. What's his name?
Kevin
Hart.
Well, it's because he's probably right there with Diddy,
Right.
fucking trapping people like motherfuckers. Because
Right.
that little motherfucker came out of nowhere and just took over.
Right, he did. I thought his stand up was funny. Pulled the muffled cap back, boo.
I think he was funny too. I mean, some of his shit was funny. I didn't like his acting.
No. But it's all one character. It's the same fucking character.
It's him. Yeah.
Um
But yeah, that dude was like out of nowhere, took over the whole industry. And it's like, yeah, that's suspicious.
That is suspicious. Got learned today about his uncle that just gets out of prison.
Got learned today.
Got to learn today.
Oh man.
Pulls muffin cap back, boo. What?
What is that from?
That's from Kevin Hart's stand up.
Oh.
It's the two guys get into a fight, and his uncle's like, pull his muffin cap back, blue.
Oh,
And Kevin Hart's like, what the fuck does that mean? Pull his muffin cap back, blue.
He's a pretty funny comic. I'll give him that.
Danny
But the one thing that somebody made an observation about is like he's funny in a way it's not really the jokes. It's his It's just that he's a funny like kind of person. His facial expressions
right,
and
his
shit.
facial expressions.
It's so it's like his writing wasn't really that creative.
Right.
But whatever. He was funny.
He was funny.
He is still funny, but whether he's wrapped up with P. Diddy, I could see it.
Something's going on, right?
I also love the people that are like, here, look at this guy who has been next to every presidential DNC candidate over the past 20 years.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, are we starting to connect dots yet?
Not yet. They won't do it. They won't.
No,
No.
they won't connect the dots.
They're still denying the Hunter Biden laptop tapes.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main reason why I won't vote Democrat. No one's told me what that was that I saw. No one's even thought of even telling me about what I saw.
You're just a conspiracy theorist.
I'm just a conspiracy theorist, along with Hunter Biden, who's working for the Russians, the naked eye, somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear about Trump raised the value in his property?
No.
Yeah, he bought all Hunter Biden's paintings, hung them up. Now it's worth what they said it.
Oh
what it is.
boy. I just love that they're still saying that, oh God, $18,000. That's what they appraised his property at.
$18,000?
Oh, I mean 18 million.
Oh, okay. I'm about to buy his property for $18,000.
Yeah, I'll go. We'll get that up right quick.
Figure a way to get that up. Yeah.
18 million for Mar-a-Lago.
No.
It's insane. Letitia James saying, and that idiot fucking Judge Aragon.
Oh, he's fucking the worst.
All right, what else you got?
That's
we're,
it.
we're wrapping her
We're
up.
wrapping. It's a quick one this
It's
week.
a quick one, but like we said, maybe Wednesday we'll be doing a little extra. Wait a second. No, Wednesday I got a fucking
Scumbag.
a gig.
What gig?
We're gonna be pouring some concrete,
All right.
and I could be whooped after that.
All right.
But
Well,
if I'm not, maybe we'll be here.
If not, we'll be back. Next
Maybe we'll
weekend.
do another 10-minuter.
Sure.
I really enjoyed that,
That was fun.
even though it took me a little while to edit and post.
Yeah, he does all the hard work. I just show up.
He's just a talent.
I'm just a talent. Just fucking talkative one.
All right, everybody, have a great week. Have a great eclipse. And remember, wherever you go, there you are.